Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. We are back with another deck profile. One very unexpected deck list took third place, or second place, I should say, second place at the Dutch Extravaganza remote duel. 60 participant, who went 5-1, Rob Janssen.
Hi. Yes, I played Paleozoic because it's my favorite deck, and I figured that if the format is slower, then it could potentially win some unexpected matches.
And you definitely did. So
I
congratulations.
did. I won against 3 Eldritch variants,
Nice.
1 Burning Abyss, and I won against Guru. I lost against the Drytron deck.
Unfortunately, just like me, yeah.
Yes, the red reboot is too strong.
Yeah, so bad. The Drytron player won the event eventually.
Yes.
We actually faced for like 5 minutes, and then there was a replay.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I was dead, so I'm really happy with the repair. That's.
I would have liked to finish that match.
Yeah, it would have been interesting to see game 2 and 3, but oh well.
Definitely.
Okay, so let's go into the deck profile. Yes.
Yes. So we play 3 Swap Frog, of course, because it's the best card in the deck to set up the Frog engine. 3 Duke Frog, because it can search the Swap Frog. And then 2 Ronin Totem for the recursion from the graveyard.
Nice.
And then I also play 1 Barrier Statue of the Torrent. I only had 1, so I didn't consider playing more, but maybe I would if I look back into it. Because if you go second against Eldritch and you summon this, then suddenly they cannot summon their traps, and it's not a problem anymore.
Yeah, makes sense.
So then we play Triple Pot of Desires. I need as many cards as I can get to win the game, so this makes sense. Banishing 2 Ronin happened once, and I lost that game.
Ooh. Oh,
but drawing 2 cards wins me more games than it loses me if I banish the wrong cards.
Okay.
1 card of Demise for even more draw power. 1 Scapegoat.
Okay.
I'm playing Scapegoat because I figured that I need as much advantage as I can get. And if I can resolve a Scapegoat, that's a free link 4 I can make. I did not see it, so I have no clue how it would perform in this meta.
All right, cool.
I only discarded it of a Nightmare. Then we have 3 times Fury of Kairyushin. This card searches Torrential Tribute. And if a water monster would be destroyed by card effect, you can banish this card from the graveyard instead.
That's so funny.
So I wanted to play Torrential because it's a good board wipe, and not as many decks have the protection to prevent that. So I figured if I play this card, I can search it, but I can also use the Torrential as an extender by chaining a Paleo to it and then protecting that Paleo from destruction.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Outside of that, it also stops Pancratops, Conquistador from destroying my Totally Awesome.
Okay.
Then we have Triple Olonoids. It destroys back row. It's really good right now.
Yeah.
And 3 Dynamiscus, it banishes the card, so it's even better. And against Eldritch, it can also banish the Golden Lord. If you can banish all 3 of them, you basically win as well.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's chainable removal, so it's really good. And then I play 3 Canadia. It's less good than the other 2, but you need to play enough Paleozoic names to summon them from the graveyard, and I think this is the 3rd best one.
Book of Moon is broken, man. What are you saying?
Yeah, but I wish it could have been used on my own monsters as well.
Oh, fair enough.
Then we play Triple Ice Dragon's Prison. This card is nuts, this format. It hits all the decks so hard, and it's the only form of graveyard interruption that I play, which makes it really good. I won multiple Eldritch games by taking their Golden Lord and kicking them to death with it.
Oh, really nice.
And then there's 2 Torrential Tribute. It's searchable now, so I only play 2. I could maybe play 3.
It's so funny to me.
I'm basically playing 5.
Yeah, exactly.
And if I don't search it, then it does destroy my own monsters, so that's less good. Then 3 Storming Mirror Force. Nice. I want to protect my monsters as well. The Golden Lords are quite big. It removes the monsters as well. People don't expect it. And if the zoo part of the Eldritch deck goes to attack directly, you just remove the monster and they cannot go into zoos, which wipes the whole board. So
Nice.
this was basically to stop Zeus from happening. But
Yeah, makes sense.
it overperformed today. It shuffled away so many monsters, including like a Beatrice and such.
Really nice.
Yeah, it was really good. Then there's triple trap trick to get all the good trap cards from my deck. Some people play 2. I don't agree. It's really good. It's basically 2 paleo triggers from the grave as well. And then there's 3 reckless greed.
Okay.
I was playing Pot of Duality before this because I need more consistency to see my frogs. Then I figured Duality clashes half the time with the deck, so I figured let's try Reckless Greed again. And it actually was really good. It drew me more cards while summoning extra monsters. And it's better to get the advantage of the 2 cards earlier, and then the draws no longer matter. If you can set up a board that the opponent struggles to break, then it doesn't matter if you can draw or not. You're already in an advantageous position.
Yeah, makes sense. Nice. I would not have expected to see Reckless Greed again. But,
Me neither. I only decided this yesterday.
nice. All right. So on to the extra deck.
The extra deck. That is 1 Linkaribo for the Scapegoat and 1 Link Spider for the Scapegoat.
Okay.
I actually didn't see Scapegoat, but I did make the Link Spider. At some point, I had gone through some of my extra deck already, and I had to make an effect monster for Paleo to make Boros Sword for Gabe, and then I had the Link Spider to do so. So this actually won me 1 game.
Combo piece, yeah.
Yes. Then there's IP, because I just think this is really good. You can also use the Scapegoat tokens to make this, and it protects the Boral Sword if I go into it.
Okay.
Then there's Mistar Boy. I had 1 free spot left. I wanted to play this to boost my Toad, but I actually used the recursion effect to get back a Swap Frog to continue grinding.
Nice.
Then there's Nightmare Phoenix, because back row is important right now, so I want to be able to pop it. And if I use Scapegoat, then I can easily make it co-linked as well.
Yeah, that's true.
And then we can go into the Unicorn, which basically removes a card as well. And it can shuffle back a Golden Lord into the deck. If they don't have access to another, then basically that turns off their traps. Then there's Boral Sword, because we need this to go into game. And an Avermax to make with IP, because I figured if it's made by IP, then it's really strong, hard to get over. Could win me games if I'm behind.
You can Elpic win, then it can't, right?
Sorry, what are you saying?
Can Elpic beat this if it's made with IP?
I'm not sure.
It cannot be turned or destroyed.
No, it cannot be. But if they play Zoo, they can use Zeus to send it away. But then I can shuffle back to Zeus. So if I'm behind, it's a way to come back. It's not a surefire way to win.
Yeah, makes sense.
And the last card was Cerberus, because I wanted a Link 4 that I can make out of the Nightmare Unicorn. So using just 2 effect monsters. I chose for this one over the Bomber Dragon because this banishes all cards on the field. So in the Eldritch matchup, you basically stop their resource loop.
Yeah.
I did summon this multiple times against Eldritch, but I never resolved the effect. I just beat them to death with like 8,000 Cerberus.
Okay, nice.
Because they banish a lot of cards, I used Desires. It was strong.
Okay.
Then there is, of course, Triple Toad.
Triple Toad.
Because it's finally back at 3. Was about time. So there's not much to explain. This is just the best card in the deck. Then there's 1 Anomalocaris that I did not make today, sadly, but I regularly do. There's Opabinia that I do make a lot. If I'm in a position where the opponent has cards on the field, but I can extend, then I like to go into this, just search a Paleo trap that removes another card, and continue playing from there, because I also get a Paleo back from the grave. It's just removing while I extend. And last was the Zeus that I also did not make today, but I figured if I can wipe a full board, it could also be a comeback.
Makes sense. Yeah, it's in there. If you need it.
Yeah, but it didn't come up, but I figured it would still be good to play.
All right. So anything spicy in the side deck?
I don't know if you call it spicy. Pancratops is not so spicy, I would say. I just think it's good. You can beat over stuff while popping cards, so I think it's amazing. Harpy's Feather Duster, it's a control format, so I have to play this. It's quite good also to remove the set back row removal the opponents could have. So
Yeah.
that's why I like it. I didn't see it today, sadly. Triple evenly matched. That's a card I did see a lot and used a lot. This won me the Guru matchup as well, even though I had a card on the field already. I trap tricked into this and made him remove 7 cards, leaving just 2, and I could win the grind game of that.
Poor guy.
Poor guy, but I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah, fair enough.
Then there's triple inspector border.
Okay.
I usually cite this in going first for the specific reason that it doesn't lose to the wipeout cards like Lightning Storm, Harpy's Feather Duster, and Evenly Matched. It's basically a floodgate that survives those. So if they have the card and I don't have the Solemn Judgment, then it might still lock them and I could possibly win the game still.
Okay.
So that's why I'm playing border. And if you can protect it with the traps or a mirror force, then it makes the opponent mad as well.
Wow.
So triple Storm Duster, which I think is good to remove like floodgates that Guru plays. It can chain on the Eldritch traps to make sure they don't summon, then they don't get the effect. It's important to stop like the Haquero from banishing my Ronin Totems. It's also good to play against Virtual World because you really need to remove the trap, and that prevents one of their summons at least. So I think it's a good card. Could maybe replace it with an Unending Nightmare or Wiretap. I'm not sure what the best pick here is, but it's good.
Yeah, agree.
1 Imperial Order. I put it in the side because I had my main on 40 already, and I figured if I lose the dice roll, this isn't as good. But it's important to side because Lightning Storm and Harpy's Feather Duster exist, and you can negate them with Imperial Order. Also, if they like to shotgun the Cyclone or Twin Twister, then you can negate it as well. And it completely stops Tritron.
Yeah, true.
And the last card was triple Solemn Judgment to negate all the problem cards, because we lose if we get wiped, and this stops them.
Agree on that one, yeah. Nice.
So
All
I need
right.
to side it at least. So that was it.
Very well done. 5-1.
Thank you.
Achievement. Is there any shoutouts? Anything else you want to say?
I would like to shout out to Marcel, Bo, and Rick because they helped me get some of the cards that I played today that I don't personally have because they're way too expensive.
Nice.
And Tim for some help on my deck because he had some great ideas and he gave me some interesting rulings that I could use to my advantage.
All right. So a small shout outs to CardGuild as well for hosting and organizing the Dutch Extravaganza. It was a great event. Yeah, thank you, Rob, for throwing your deck on.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Not a problem at all. Thank you guys for watching the video, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.